Hi, welcome back to Beyond the Closet with Tamara. Today I'm so thrilled to be joined by someone who effortlessly blends style and elegance. We have with us today Priyadarshini Vijay, better known as Highonstyl.
Okay, so firstly, I was never a Telugu girl. You know, in college, we're supposed to wear only kurtis. There's nothing
And
else.
no leggings.
No leggings. I'm happy that I took the decision to, close it down. I didn't for one second think that people will think of me as a failure. I just want my audience to know I'm married. That's it, but nothing around it. Bad words, shitty words. And the madri darshana, I literally just delete it and ignore. As long as you enjoy what you do and the struggle, if I'm not doing it in my real life, then I want to take a step back in my blogging life also, so I won't do that.
Welcome to our show, Priya.
Hi Divya, thank you so much for having me. First, when you said you're going to do this, I was very excited because I've never done this before. So I was like challenging myself. Okay, let's do it, Madhuri. So thanks for having me.
So I've known Priya since college.
Yeah.
I mean, not just front of camera, even outside of camera. I bump into her in a cafe or wherever I see her. You're always like well put together and so well dressed. What's the secret? What's your signature style?
Divya, you know me. I'm all about basics. In fact, I'm literally wearing a white shirt and a denim right now. And that's how you'll see me. Because I'm someone who likes to, wear something that I'm comfortable in. I don't experiment much. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I really don't. So you say it looks good, so I'll take that as a compliment.
So always well groomed and very well put together. So being a Telugu girl, how was, being in Chennai and the Chennai vibe influenced your style?
Okay, so firstly, I was never a Telugu girl because I was born and brought up in Chennai. Even though my family is Telugu, I've always considered myself a Tamil girl because I've been in Chennai all my life. In terms of how it has influenced my style, in college, we're supposed to wear only kurtis, right? There's nothing
and
else.
No leggings.
No leggings. So kurtis, salwars, idallanda.
With dupatta. Yes.
Right. So I think somewhere down the lane, I also got used to it. So college, mudunjame, I only wore kurtis, even to NIFT. When I used to go to NIFT college, kurtis I used to wear. And then when going out also I used to wear kurtis.
Because the wardrobe is anyway full of that.
Yes, it is. And somehow I feel like, okay, adile vandu maybe little bit amp up panna or look, maybe palazzo pants or stuff like that. But I've always, been a kurti girl. And I'm sure you've seen on my Instagram as well. I used to do a lot of South Indian outfits. But now I think it's mixed because after becoming a mom, I prefer like loose jeans and all of that. But it's always been a lot of kurtis. And
we did engineering together.
Yeah.
Angendu you did NIFT and then what happened?
Yeah, that was a long journey. So like how they say, right, at least Indian families, it's like, model engineer writer, do whatever you want to do. So it was the same with me. So I told my mom I want to be a fashion designer or something in the fashion field. And she was like, just finish engineering and do whatever you want. So I was like, okay, let me get done with that. So at the murchitu, I wanted to pursue designing and that's why I went into NIFT. So but adume it was more like a crash course. Okay. So I wanted to be in the industry to see, where I fit in and, see if I really like doing designing and all of that. But it didn't work out. You know how it is. So I don't know
how many it didn't
you
work out. You're here for a decade.
Yeah, that I am. But you know that I had a brand, right? Highonstyl clothing brand. So that was my dream. Abdi nani nanachikta. But it was not my dream. I realized that probably 6 months after I opened the store, I realized that okay, this might not be a thing. I was definitely inclined towards fashion, styling and all of that. But maybe designing is not my thing. So I quickly realized that. And I didn't want to waste more time, energy, money and everything into that. So I was like, you know what, I'll just close it down and I'll do something that, ennala mudinjadu practically. Because that way I felt like being a designer, I don't know how you do it, but having a store and everything, it's not just you, right? You have to be dependent on the tailors, people who come and who work for you. And if they're not doing it, then
it's on us.
Exactly. So I was also, I think, 22 at that point. I didn't know what I was doing. But then I'm happy that I took the decision to, close it down and do something that I really was able to do at that point.
But that's so cool that you found your calling so soon.
Yes.
And instead of, being in something that did not work out for you, you quickly, changed your gears and you're
that
here.
way I'm also proud of myself.
That's good. That also needs a lot of courage to do, to say, okay, this is not working out, let me take this route. Yeah, that's
and
great.
I didn't for one second think that people will think of me as a failure. Adu my mind ke varla. All that I thought was, I have to pay rent for this, I have to pay the tailors this, that, it's not working out, the tailors are not coming in, I have a bunch of stuff that has to be stitched, I don't know stitching, so I'll have to close this down. So I just went with my instinct, and I think that was the best decision ever.
So being an influencer and content creator, how do you decide how much of your personal life to share on Instagram? Because I mean, I see your husband supporting you in all your events that you're hosting, and now I see sneak peeks of your daughter Dhriti also on Instagram. But is there a line, or how do you decide, சரி இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம போடலாம், இதுக்கு மேல personal life நம்ம போடக்கூடாது?
I don't believe in extremes, okay, but I do believe in moderation. So எல்லாமே in moderation தான். Somewhere I feel like, you know, personal stuff போடக்கூடாதுன்னு இல்லை, I do put them, but I also draw a line, like, okay, குழந்தை பிறந்திருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சா போதும், but I don't want to put more about it. So I think it's like I want them to know what it is, but not a lot about it.
Okay.
So that's how I've always been. Even in my wedding, I think I've never put any photos on Instagram. People sometimes are like, oh, you're married. You know, nowadays it's become a trend, like, you know, full grid of wedding photos, this, that. I just want my audience to know I'm married, that's it, but nothing around it. So I think I like to keep everything in moderation.
You and your sister Harshini Vijay both are very successful influencers. So how does it feel to have a sibling in the same field as you?
Okay, so my first thought was, not again. ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, we went to the same school, same college,
I know.
same first job, same second job. Like, we worked in the same office. So she was literally with me all through my life. And so when she started off vlogging, I was like, oh no, ingeyum. But then somehow I started enjoying that because she's the only one to understand. இப்போ கூட recent I had a very, very hectic shoot that I had to do before I left out of town. So she was like, don't worry about it, you come to my house. 3 hours she helped me. She didn't have a lunch also. She was sitting and helping me out. So I think those things come when you also understand the, you know, insights of how it works. So she was like, don't worry, I understand that you have to take approval for every frame. So I'll wait with you. It's okay. She did everything. I was
so wonderful that you have somebody to support you.
Yeah, and I was shocked. I was like, is this Harshini? But now she understands.
So do you guys also do work together?
Yeah. We've done a lot of clothing brands, and usually around, you know, siblings day and the marla, we get collaborations. Like, can you do Rakhi time and all? So that's always fun. But we also enjoy these organic shoots that we do. Like, enga vella porappa just shooting fun content. So that's always fun.
See, I really like that about you because I've traveled, you know, recently with you. எப்படா இந்த ரீல் எடுத்தான்ற மாதிரி நமக்கு தெரியாது because ஏதோ நம்ம போயிட்டே இருப்போம், திடீர்னு பார்த்தா you'll have like a content and it'll be live on Instagram. Like, இது எப்ப நடந்தது? You don't like pass on the pressure of you creating content to the rest of the group, I feel, because you just do it so effortlessly. I think that's something that I need to learn because I get so stressed that our content edukona, I'll get so and panic everybody around me.
Yeah, so I see you doing a lot of reels these days. It's very good. I think you just have to keep going. But the only hack to it is ரொம்ப யோசிக்கூடாது. நம்ம யோசிப்போம்ல, ஓகே நம்ம ஹேர் இப்படி இருந்தா how will it look, dress இப்படி இருந்தா இப்படி. I'm always like, எப்படி இருந்தாலும், you know what, this is how I am, I'll just go with the flow. So I don't prepare myself, I don't prep anyone around me. I just put the camera on one corner, I shoot, and that's why you don't know that I'm shooting also.
Yeah. So it's been almost 10 years, I think we started together.
10, more than 10 maybe.
Maybe
10. Okay, maybe 10.
வெச்சுக்கலாம். Okay, இல்லனா ரொம்ப ஏஜ் வேற ஜட்ஜ் பண்ணாங்க. So 10 வெச்சுக்கலாம். Is there any campaign or a post that is very, very close to your heart?
Yeah, so any collaboration that is a hit and gets me feedback from the brand is special to me.
How do you decide which brands to partner with, or how do you maintain that authenticity while choosing the brands to collaborate with?
Right, I get this question a lot. So every brand that reaches out to me, na first vandha ennan paapen. I don't research, to be very honest. I just see what it is and I see if I use it, like I will use it in my everyday life. So adana papa, if I feel like okay, this is something that I will use, I will go forward. Or if the brand is very new, I tell them give me a month or 2. Now and I'll just try to use them. If it feels good, like if it feels okay, I just go forward with it.
Okay.
But then I've had an experience with a brand a couple of years back. It was a salon. So I went there, was a proper paid collaboration. I went there, got a pedicure, hair spa and all of that done. But it was a very bad experience. Like pedicure there was bleeding, and then hair spa I got headache after hair spa. So andalok it was very bad. So I told them that I'm very sorry, I won't be able to post this at all. I did have the experience, but it was so bad, so I won't be able to post it. So let's just not do the collaboration at all because it didn't feel right. So that way I make sure that I only post things that I would personally go and experience or do or had a good experience with, and I always make sure I give the feedback to the brands, so that way I also feel good.
I mean, you have this fan following also. I mean, you don't want to be giving them the wrong product recommendation.
Absolutely.
Also.
Ama.
So at least try
Adu
the
ippa
best.
irukra audience la, they won't even think twice, right? They'll be like, they'll just tell it on your face. You wouldn't do this, then why are you promoting it?
Yeah. So how do you handle that kind of, like a easy criticism or negative comment? How do you handle that?
You know me, Divya, I don't care. I don't care about negative comments. I get them, I do get them. But I do look at, like good feedback. If someone says that, hey, I've been following you for a lot of years, I see that your content is not great over the last few months, I feel like you're doing a lot of paid promotions, I'll take that into consideration. I'll tell them, okay, I'll work on it. Because it is what it is. Okay, if you feel that way, then I could improve, right? Yeah. But then if it's all negative comments like some bad words, shitty words, and the madri darshana, I literally just delete it and ignore it. Aim profile, naliki another profile, they're going to keep spreading the hate, and it's not helping me in any way. So I don't take that into my mind at all, and that helps me a lot.
Yeah, and be peaceful and move on to the next project.
For sure. Yeah, no, I don't put my efforts into that at all. So that way I'm peaceful.
You've worked with a lot of big brands, L'Oreal, MG, and Samsung.
Right.
So how does that shaped you, in your work?
Of course, they were wonderful experiences. They've set the standards so high. For example, working with a L'Oreal or a Nykaa, they come with a lot of rules. Like, they have their own color palette that you have to wear. You only have to shoot with DSLR camera, and the frame has to be perfect. Like, these are small things that they're very...
So that curbs your creativity maybe?
That does do that, but also somewhere I feel that has helped me to improve the quality of my content.
Oh, excellent.
So that way I look at it as...
kind of level up with them.
Definitely. So appoda I started thinking that, even the smallest of the shoots, I could bring in a videographer and, make the editing better and, do it in a proper way. So give like a better output to the brand as well. So that way it's helped me.
So not a lot of people know about this, but I know that you're also running a digital agency.
Right.
And
right.
So if you don't mind, can you reveal to everybody in Tamara's episode about what you do and what it is?
Sure. Thanks for that. I mean, no one knows this literally.
Yeah.
Unake vande maybe a few months back, right? So I've been doing performance marketing for brands for the last 4 years. So for example, say Tamara has a website. I would like to, write blogs for Tamara and do SEO and run ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram. So I thought, okay, that is something that I can start doing for small scale businesses, and it just launched the brand. It's called Priya.
Okay.
Because it rhymes with Priya.
Oh.
Okay. Also, Kriya is like a Spanish word for create.
Oh, okay.
So
as in KREA or CREA?
CREA.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, we create campaigns in Kriya, we create ads, we create content. So everything is creation, right? So I thought, okay, that somehow resonates with what we do, and so we majorly do ads and content for small scale businesses. It could be a salon, a restaurant, clothing. We have 8 brands right now.
Oh, lovely.
So I have a small team. I work with them, and I'm taking it very slowly, one step at a time, and that's why no one knows about it.
So lovely that you've expanded your horizon into this, and interconnected with your work already.
Yeah,
a lot of people do think that being an influencer is just playing dress up and cafe hopping. You tell us, like, what is the struggle behind this?
Well, the struggle is there in every business that you do or any field. As long as you enjoy what you do, and the struggle theriyadu, but the struggle is there. There was a point after I started my blog, in a year I gave up. I was not able to do the shoots. Enga poi shoot pandrathu, number one, where's the location, and evlo dhaan pandrathu, like what's the next step, eppadi, like I can't keep doing this. I can't stand on every street and shoot, right? And the heat was getting crazy. So I was like, munadi I used to do like 10 outfits in a day, became 5, it became 3, it became 1. So I was like, you know what, I'm giving up, and I literally just shut Highonstyl. No one knows about it. I didn't blog, I didn't write about anything. It was so difficult. And then there was a person who motivated me. She was like, you know what, right now there's no one here in Chennai doing all this, so I think we have to keep going. Probably down the lane you'll be like one of the first bloggers, so like you shouldn't give up. You should do it in Rumba. She sat me down for 15 minutes and she was like, I think you're doing a mistake. Appa kude mind la vandu I don't think I can go back to shooting. Like, it's difficult. Weekly I have to shoot, I have to find locations and all of that. So it was definitely challenging. But then now I feel like, you know, we have more options. Like, we have studios, we have stores who have like physical stores, right? We shoot here, there. We try to make do with that. But it's a lot of efforts. Creativity is another section altogether. So brainstorming ideas. But then there are shoots that are like, we do it like this. Like, we go and come out. But there are also shoots that take in a lot of efforts. It's not easy.
Post-COVID, I mean, there are a lot of young influencers,
Right.
and the Instagram is like literally boomed. And what do you have to say to like younger women, you know, who are aspiring to be influencers or, you know, collaborate with big brands? What do you have to say for them?
Only one thing is, be true to yourself. Like, don't try to, you know, be someone else. Like, யாரையா பார்த்துட்டு ஓகே இவங்க பண்ணுறது நல்லா இருக்கே, why can't I create that அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறது தப்பு இல்லை. பட் try to be yourself while doing it. Of course, you can get inspired by a lot of people's work. I'm inspired by a lot of people. In fact, என்னோட blogger was an inspiration from what I saw a North Indian blogger do. So, upper South India, there was not much of people who were blogging, right? So, I got inspired by that. I was like, okay, let me do it. But don't just copy what the other person is doing. That way, I think you will lose out on what you are, and you'll be just stuck. You'll be all over the place. You won't understand what you're doing.
Okay, maybe like create a signature style for yourself.
Exactly. I think for me, I don't know, a lot of people who follow me tell that my style is very relatable. So I try to keep it that way. Even though I get a lot of hate because people say you don't experiment a lot, your hair is always the same.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hairstyle is the same for a
You
decade.
you don't do hairstyles at all, because I don't do hairstyles in my real life. So I don't want to do it just for the shoot's sake, right? I want to be who I am. Even when I go out for shoots, if someone is like, hey, can you do this? Then I'm like, no, that's not my style. I can't do that outfit. So just stick to your style, stick to what you know, stick to what you are. Like, unakku enna varudho adu mattum pannale, I think that way you'll stand out.
Your lot of followers, any like memorable interaction with your followers or anything that they motivated you with
Yeah, I think every memory that I've had with, you know, the followers is very sweet. Enga ponalo, if someone, you know, spots me, they come talk, which is very sweet. And sometimes you're like, is this for real? Like, idu nijamave, do they like look up to me, or they say they like my content? Then I feel good. I'm like, okay, then probably people are actually enjoying my content and the madri. So it's very sweet. And you know what the memorable part is? They don't even come to me, they go to Chow. They're like, hey, you're Chow, right? Your Highonstyl husband. Oh, I follow. They follow him. Yeah, so
he enjoys it.
he I don't know, you ask him. And I'm he's like, someone came up to me and told that they follow you and they know me. I'm like, okay, enjoy it. So I think it's cute when they do that. Yeah,
I mean, he's so involved also.
he's very involved. He does most of my events. Like, I'm very busy seeing, you know, the back end part of it, and he's there talking to everyone. Even blog initial days, I never had photographers and all, right? So he used to take pictures for me. Sindhu used to do, like, Sindhu then or half collaborations or videography. She doesn't know how to do it, but she was the one who helped me. And there were a lot of close friends who used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and accompany me to the shoot.
Yeah,
like, what's in it for them, right?
Yeah.
But they helped me do all of that. I'm grateful to each and every one of them.
Tamara and Highonstyl, we've had like a decade-long,
Yeah.
partnership,
Yeah.
and we've worked on and off, almost like one campaign every year or two,
Yes,
three every
Diwali.
year. Yeah,
Tamara
for
Diwali
sure.
is my favorite.
So, what is it that's made the relationship special for you? And you know, we keep coming back.
What I like about Tamara or about Divya is that you won't give me any idea. You'll be like, hey, this is the dress. You do what you do. You won't be like, konja idu different ah panna or idu ibdi pannalame. It's never been that way with you. It's like, you pick your own, you pick your style, and you do you. You know what works for your audience, and that's very rare with brands. So that way I've always enjoyed with Tamara. I don't feel that pressure.
I think that's the way we get a flavor of different influencers, right? I
Right.
don't like expect them to do what I want to do. So
Yeah.
I work with different influencers and
Yeah.
let them be in their style, so we get a good flavor of things
Correct.
happening.
And
here.
that's how it works the best also, I feel. Yeah. I've seen Tamara Diwali. Like, I've been there, and it's always fun. It's never like, oh, idu pannita, okay, idu. It's always like, be yourself, just enjoy. but also give me the output. So that way it's nice.
Thank you so much, Priya, for joining us. It's been like a wonderful catch-up session for us.
Yes.
I think you were the first one to kind of agree to do this with us also.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, and all the best for your digital agency as well.
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing more of it.
Thank you so much. Thanks, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
And I really hope this series, like, it goes on, and I'm looking forward to see who's gonna come next.
Yeah, even me. Thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. If you have any recommendations for guests, do let us know in the comments below, and we hope to entertain you with more relatable fashion content.
Subscribe to Tamara's channel, and I'm sure there's a lot of fun videos coming up, and do support the initiative, and I'll also be watching the videos. Thank you.